Gentlemen of the press, we note with dismay the deliberate discriminatory pattern which has characterized the distribution of the PVCs, specifically targeted against non-indigene communities in Lagos and some other northern states. The 2015 project unequivocally condemns this affront to the fundamental right of these groups of citizens, as this portends to a very present and real threat to the substance of our cherished democratic experience. Recent reports from our cadres in the field shows how non-indigens in Alimosho, Ajegunle, Alaba International Market, Mushin, Bariga, Nasarawa, Plateau, to mention just a few, are subjected to treatment worse than what obtains in a refugee camp and are outrightly denied their PVC at the recognition of their non-indigent status from their names. This is an affront and is unacceptable by our group and should be condemned by every peace-loving, patriotic Nigerians. The 2015 Project, being a law-abiding citizens group, will not hesitate to challenge this affront by any legally permissible means. We hereby call on INEC Chairman, Professor Asahiru Jaga, to immediately investigate and ensure this ugly trend is brought to a halt within 48 hours. There's a case in point, I believe, was it in Alimosho in Lagos State, where, and purportedly, because we cannot say, a lot of them didn't show ID, but said no, they want the indigenes of Lagos to collect first before a non-indigene. We're all Nigerians, regardless of where we reside. And we should be treated as one. So long as you ask people to form a line, you don't need to pick and choose from the line those that you want to get their PVC and those you feel that should come at a later date when certain people's interests have been met. And that is why we are calling this press conference before it gets out of hand. And we therefore call on Professor Jaga to quickly get his team together to look into this. If indeed it continues, it may further disenfranchise those who otherwise will vote. And I think the same also goes to those on the other side of the other party, to also look into it so that people are not disenfranchised. And we find it rather strange that certain people who have lived in especially Lagos and all those areas that we've called, and Nasarawa, and I believe some other part of Nasarawa that we've also found out yesterday in the course of our Get Out and Get Your PVC campaign, found that there were deliberate attempts in certain quarters to try and disenfranchise people, or to try to place them on the second as a second-class citizen, even though we are all quote-unquote Nigerians and should enjoy that freedom wherever we choose to reside.
Thank you.
I hope you are okay with that. Anyone else?
Sorry. Do you consider any legal means?
Channels, right? Okay.
Do you consider any legal means if non-indigene Lagos cannot get their
we are hoping that, with the letter we have sent to INEC, we should see some action. And if indeed that were not to be the case, we are not limited to any other action or we are rather limited to any other action but a legal means of redress to ensure, because we have 6 weeks and there's really no time to allow this nonsense to continue. What we seek for INEC to do is to look into this and ensure that those who are perpetrating this should stop, and ensure that every Nigerian citizen should enjoy the right of being a Nigerian citizen, irrespective of where you choose to reside. The primary concern of the 2015 project is the fact that we are all Nigerians, and as a result should enjoy the rights that others enjoy, and we should all rather enjoy it under the constitution as is given to us. And we felt the need that when people register for their votes, they should register for their PVCs, they should get their PVCs. They should not be treated as though they want certain group of people to get it before them. Because at the end of the day, they took the time out to come and line up to get this card. And I believe they should be treated fairly. And I'm sure all peace-loving and well-meaning Nigerians would also, attest to the fact that we want everyone to be treated equally wherever they choose to reside.